Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Help Me a Little Big Bird. Is this the fourth game?
This is indeed the fourth game
The fourth game.
because Vandelay is up 3-0.
Oh boy.
Well, I switched these players in the starboard again. But yes, Daax here. He spawns as the Green Zerg. And while I enable the sound and the music, we see him here on Antigua Shipyard in the bottom.
And at the top, we got our Blue Terran leading 3-0. It's a Vandelay.
And right now, I am very, very impressed by the solidity of Vandelay's play. He is just very, very careful, very, very precise. But when he hits very strongly. I mean, having that three-pronged, the drop, the moving out with the army, just denying the creep, denying the bases. Really, really strong play even. But I do feel that Daax deserves more. And I would hate it to see him go out 5-0 because he's playing some very, very good games as well. It's just that Vandelay came out on top in their meeting so far.
Yes, and actually, I think Dax is doing really quite well. But he just, for example, the brute loss, he has everything ready, but he just doesn't have enough of it.
Of course, that often feels like, I mean, the Zerg tries to win with numbers, tries to overwhelm the Terran, and if it doesn't work, then it sort of looks like it just peters out, and there is nothing really to be afraid of. But when it does work, of course, then you get Zerg Imba. I mean, there was a lot of talk about that recently, of course, with all the Brute Lords, and Terran's not really knowing how to deal with that. But then the style of play that Vandelay was showing last game really came into the metagame. Just opening with Hellions, a Banshee, but then making a choice either going mech or going bio, and he just executed it beautifully.
Yes, he sure did.
Alright, what do we see? We see the usual opening from Daax, 15 pool, and then a hatch.
Yes, and he already scouted Vandelay with his Overlord.
Actually, now that I said it, I'm not exactly sure. I wasn't paying the right kind of attention, I suppose, because up till now we've seen Daax do a hatch first, which is actually what might have happened. Correct me if I'm wrong in the chat, but oh well. We see, of course, an expansion also with 2 gas from Vandelay, so again we will see the same build as last time, at least at the start. Factories.
Well, let's see, but actually the map Antigua Shipyard, do you think it's in favor of Vandelay? In case of the, Zergs are always complaining that they can't get a fort base in this map. What do you think about it? Do you think Vandelay on this map is in favor?
I'm not actually that sure about Antigua. I know you can see some very strong plays as well, but it does require the Zerg to have a bit more of a mobile army. I don't think that the Brute Lords work as well on this map as they do on some others, so that's something to take into account. And a lot of time it really comes down to who can deny the fourth base, and then you do see versus a meching Zerg that.
I was just looking
at the yeah. I was just looking at the chat, getting all distracted. But no, you do see when the Terran's mech that a lot of times Zerg will be able to hold this middle and then expand like everywhere on the map, and then it can be quite a nice Zerg map. But they have to lock that middle down. And of course, if Terran's going bio, it's a different kind of matchup because then it's all about dropping and counterplaying. But we see not a starport, but 2 factories, so we are going to see map mech on this map.
Yes, and we're going to also to see some blue flame Hellions. So I hope not for Daax that he's going to pull out a lot of Zerglings, but he could use some roaches.
Well, double Evo chamber and the lair going up. So I would instead think he's taking a third. Yes, there it goes. And he might pop out some roaches, but of course against the meching player, roaches aren't the best either because, well, these are a lot of Hellions though. Would be nice to have something other than Zerglings.
Yes, and they're also blue flame. So, but there are 4 queens and some spine crawlers coming up.
Yeah, that's really all he needs for a bit. Of course, he needs to be careful with placing these spine crawlers at the front, that the Hellions can just
right now
go by. Well, I think he wants to run by, and that's exactly what he does.
Oh,
there goes into the base.
Oh boy, Daax in trouble right here. I hope
blue flame already done.
To save a lot of drones.
Yeah, look at the split of those drones, though. He's been in this situation before, but the links they disappear, but a lot of. Hellions also going down, but it was a bit too soon to move these drones back, and now they need to be split again. Some more going down. We will get 2 more. There they go. 1 more going down, and ooh, they were lined up just for a sec there. But the Hellions are cleaned up finally.
16 workers, 20 workers killed.
20 workers. That is an awful lot, and more Hellions actually coming in, roasting some more. 27. This did so much. Of course, he lost all those Hellions, but it was worth it.
Yes, that was a very good attack from Vandelay.
While the queens are busy clearing out the third. Nice patch Zergy build here with all those queens. I want to see some clap in the chat now, but
are those Zerglings going to be toasted?
Oh, a nice micro there, and some more Hellions coming in. Yes, those lings are going to be completely wasted.
He could. Why is he not building a roach swarm, by the way? I don't understand it. If you know what, say it in the chat and then we'll read it afterwards.
Okay, look at this this wall with queens. Nicely done. I do think that Hellions can fit through here. But infestation pit going down. So if Daax can stabilize, add some more drones, add a couple of infestors, then he will be. He can defend a lot better against these Hellions, of course.
Oh, and they're coming again. 8 queens for Daax right now. That's a lot. Quite a number. But I think Daax is having some plans because he's stacking up quite fast. He's already having his hive. And let's see where he's going into.
Yeah, I mean, of course, other than this, other than the Hellion harassment, which admittedly did a lot of damage, it's not that Vandelay can move across the map with something that will outright kill Daax right now. So if Daax can stabilize, get his drones up, then he can indeed tech like a madman and try to get his advantage in that way. So now the aggression dying down just a little bit as Daax wants to get everything up that he wants, but Hellions moving in again.
Oh,
this queen will go down very, very fast. You don't want to go up all against all those blue flame Hellions by yourself. Nice transfuses though.
Yes.
Let's see the health bars, but finally the queen goes down. She had the most energy left, so it's a nice target. And now they will move up here again.
Going to be
more
roasted
drones.
right here. Barbecue time, ladies and gentlemen.
It's not too good to be a drone on Antigua shipyard today, guys.
He needs to get rid of those Hellions because Vandelay is doing tons of damage with his Hellions. Let's see how many workers did he get. 39 workers are being slain. And
I mean, after a while this will really reach the tipping point. Of course, we see Vandelay up in supply, we see him up in workers as well, although not by as many as you might expect, but he's also adding a 4th command center. I mean, yeah.
Oh, 2 command centers are being built actually.
Vandelay is really hungry, man. He wants to eat all of those links. Breakfast, lunch, dinner, everything being served.
And dessert.
Well, dessert. I
brother.
mean, yeah, I guess you can eat roasted stuff for dessert, right? But
Well,
yeah, he
but
got some discount today.
hopefully some Ultralisks are going to change the deal. I hope so.
Yeah, they are going to be out. I haven't seen any infest yet. He does have the infestation pit, but I think he actually feels. There they go, but that's quite late. I mean, it's 15-minute mark. Just now getting those units, and meanwhile this allowed Vandelay to replenish his Hellions a bit, but also add in the Thors, the tanks. They have 1/1 upgrades.
Yes, there's also some mech already there, but I think he also wants to get his queen in position and then attack with the ultras.
And actually, Daax is up ahead in upgrades, which is a nice thing that he's got going for him compared to last game, because then it was the turn that dictated turn of events. So now if you can keep this creep spread and take a couple of more bases and lock down the turn, that could be nice. But now I like this actually. This is a bit dangerous because with a mech army, it's not so mobile. So he cannot just move here because that will leave the entire rest of his base is undefended. But still, it's a nice expansion, and it may take the Zerg just a little bit to realize it's there, although this Overlord's in the right position.
Oh, and what is happening in the center of the map?
Some more roasting going down.
Okay.
But they also see the infestors.
Oh,
If
they're
they want
running
to.
by the Hellstorm.
Look at this queen count though, it's ridiculous, man. Did you see that?
Mm-hmm.
That's just awesome.
14 queens to be exact.
That's nice. You're a very exact guy, Mr. OD. Now we have all those queens. Can he get the transfusions off
and
as
the
well? But
Ultralisk is trapped, by the way.
the tank siege up really forces the entire army back, and this is really the Vandelay is now taking the center of this map.
He's going
Well,
towards the fourth base with some Ultralisk to do some damage right there. We see the Planetary Fortress is getting his hits on the Ultras, but it's way not enough. And meanwhile, Vandelay is controlling the center of the map, which is an outstanding position for a 10 to be in. More Ultralisks are being built, and he's now at the count of 10, but soon a few of them will be added. 15 queens.
Yeah, he really must take control of the center, but this tank line is actually quite impressive. Could connect them a little bit better, I suppose. But look at the positioning of Daax. He's really trying to get a flank, but that's so hard because
Yes.
the tanks spawn almost half of the entire map.
Maybe he can just walk by now and go to the third or natural of Vandelay.
You
with
mean
sword.
Daax? Yes.
Yeah.
Well, there he goes. Attacks coming in from all fronts. The Ultralisk trying to move in.
Spider-Man's flank right here. I hope he's going to do it. Oh man, wars everywhere right here, and we see that Vandelay, his supply is dropping quite heavily, and has Daax done it right here? Oh, massive transfusions there. The queens are being used very well, and I hope he's going to push through.
Yeah, the queens and the Ultralisk, they support each other so well. And now we see that the Orbital has to lift a tank shooting there, but the Ultras don't even care. They say, we have queens, man, what are you gonna do about it? And the Infestors have energy as well, and what can Vandelay do against this? It is 115, now 120 against maxed out Zerg.
Yes, but still he's getting a lot of hits by those tanks, and he's using the map so well, Vandelay. It's tough to beat this, and well, unfortunately he did saw something about the high ground because of the Ultralisk was right there. The Thors are coming in, and more Ultralisk are being made and coming to get revenge on Vandelay because of killing and slaughtering brother Zerglings and sister Zerglings and drones.
And I'm still impressed at how much damage Vandelay is doing, and he's delaying the move up of this army so well. But The army will push through now, and the tank line is slowly being pushed back. No more Thors out on the map, and meanwhile a lot of invested Terrans are cleaning up the third for Vandelay.
Nice.
His fourth is up and mining again. Let's just show that, but I mean this can't go on much longer. Now pushing into the main again. Tanks going down. Hellions GG from Vandelay. Druidz does it. He takes the first game for him in this series. It's now 3-1, and that was a very nice game. Again, going into the late game, again showing off these two players just going for it with such a nice macro. And really, how did he get back from such a strong Hellion harassment? He lost like 40 drones in that game, and still managed to pull out a win.
Yes,
Very nice.
Very good. I think he set up a very nice flank in the center of the map. I think that was the big turning point, and he also should have used a flank like that on Daybreak, because I believe he would take that game also if he did it.
Alright, and with that, we'll see you next game.